Love Live Nijigasaki High School Idol Club Season 1 Collector's Edition Review. As a third entry in the franchise, Love Live Nijigasaki High School Idol Club has a lot of life to do. Following in the footsteps of both the original series that successfully established the franchise's formula, and Sunshine, which based itself with the formula but was ultimately about putting your own stamp on the world. In Nijigasaki, we see something that tries to break away from both these and do something different, but can it achieve the same level of success by doing so? Based on the mobile game Love Live School Idol Festival All-Stars, the series introduces us to Ayumu Oihara, a student at Nijigasaki High School, and her best friend Yu Takasaki. As they hang out and enjoy themselves around Odaiba, when teenagers are outside of Diver City, they hear cheers and music coming from the performance area just outside the main entrance to the mall. Heading over to check out the commotion, the pair find themselves enraptured by the performer, a school idol by the name of Sesuna Yuki, who turns out to be from her school idol club. Inspired by her performance, Ayumi decides to try out being a school idol herself, with Yu acting as her producer. Yet, when they attempt to join the club, the following day, they discover it has just been disbanded. After finding one of the club's former members, Kazumi Nakasu, it turns out that the group had an argument over their future direction, which caused Setsuna herself to literally rage quit and pull the plug on the entire thing. After quickly becoming friends, the three resolve to save the club and begin work on pulling all the members back into the group again. While its older siblings focus more on the connected story, Love Live Nijigasaki High School Idol Club takes more of an episodic approach, although it is backed by a core driver trying to pull the school idol club back together. It mostly offers interesting character vignettes that hone in on each of the main girls, try to warm them into your heart as it develops them drunk of everyday situations, from the cute and comedic to the more emotional and serious. How much story in these character moments resonate with you and depend on how well you are able to connect with each of the 10 girls. Something that emerges as both a strength and a weakness for the series, and is generally foregoes deep for breadth, offering a wide range of different character stereotypes for viewers to latch onto, while each one brings something different to the group. Character development tends to be limited to their individual episodes and didn't really grow that much outside of them. Once their major hang-up is resolved, and it's pretty much set up for the rest of the show. A lot of these hang-ups tend to be pretty relatable drunk. For example, Rina struggles with social anxiety, or Kanata struggles to support her younger sister in an absentee parent household, so it's end up being quite easy to see the world through their eyes. Character design has always been one of the main strengths of the franchise, and it's great to see that continue here, and there's plenty of love with not only each character's style but also their individual personalities. Whether that's Kasumi's overbearing cuteness, Ai's boundless energy, or Corinne's sexy Nissan vibe, it really brings them all to life and really helps you to find a specific character to like and follow. One thing that Nijigasaki does attempt to do is break with some elements of the established formula, and when it does still have the familiar structure of trying to form an idol group and push through all the challenges that have thrown the girls away. There's no school to save from closing or any big melodrama. Instead, it comes across as cute and relatively light-hearted, tuck away from the limelight of some of the heavier beats of its predecessors. This does present a problem drawn in the feeling of a lack of ambition. When it comes across as more of a spin-off rather than the core entry in the franchise it is meant to be. The main conflicts were resolved fairly early, and there's a lack of direction from a lot of the series, with nothing for the girls to really aim for. This is where the series pulled down as a whole, as the connecting thread isn't strong enough to keep pulling you along for the entire ride. It does come back around when you got to the big finale at the School Idol Festival, but it's honestly little too late, even if it does go off with the bang. The last few episodes are where it really shines, is it really nails its central concept of showing a group of idols who each perform solo, but at the same time come together as a group and help each other out. It's grounded and realistic, feeling very similar to how some talent agencies operate in cases where you see individual artists or talents pitching together and collaborating, particularly in the VTuber world, where those get some lovely character arcs for Ayumu and Yu, with the latter surprisingly emerging as the strongest character despite being the representation of the player in the mobile game. For those who are coming into this for the music, I can say you're in for the absolute treat, as this is the area where they truly lives up the franchise's fame by inserting some absolutely cracking tunes. It's also diminishes more for the series' structure, as there really is something for everyone here, with each of the characters attacking a different style, including Sweet Serenades, Ayumu, cutesy idol group, Kasumi, pop rock, Setsuna, and even EDM, Karin. The latter two are definitely my personal favorites and tend to be instant crowd pleasers in live concerts. was song like Dive and Vivid World, being designed to get you in your feet. The opening Nijiro Passions and the ending Neo Sky Neo Map are also a couple of great tracks, while the series is score composed by Naoki Endo, features a range of catchy tunes and themes that fit well with the actual animation. Animated by Sunrise, the visuals are very cute and colorful, as you would expect for an idol show. However, it doesn't feel quite as high budget as its predecessors, as there are more noticeable montage segments and usage of still frames. Missed performances look good and put an interesting spin on things by making them more like a music video, inserting animated scenes based on the art that was used for the ultra rare cards in the game, and also makes good use of Odaiba as a setting, following on from both the original series and Sunshine, and bringing a real area of Japan to life. Choosing Odaiba is also interesting as it's not only the location of the life-size Unicorn Gundam, which does get the cameo, but it's also the location for the annual Tokyo Idol Festival, and will be surprised if the event offers some inspiration for the series' big hurrah. Using Tokyo Big Site for the school is pretty hilarious as the place is far too big. The UK release of the series is brought to us by Anime Limited, with all 13 episodes presented over 2 discs featuring both the English dub and Japanese with English subtitles. I think the English dub is okay, but I didn't find some of the character voices were a bit too similar to each other, making them hard to pick up. The Japanese cast does a good job. Better job of giving each character a distinct style of speaking, and is generally warmer and more colorful in tune. Eccentricities tend to be a little tuned down in comparison in English. On discs, extras include Season 3 of the animated Yonkama comic strip, Ijion, as well as promotional videos, commercials, and clean opening and endings. Physical extras and package in a small-looking dark blue collector's box and include a 28-page booklet showcasing characters, outfits, and settings, and a lovely set of card cards featuring the art for the Japanese Blu-ray volumes. Overall, the first season of Love Live Nijigasaki High School Idol Club is a solid, enjoyable entry in the franchise, but it doesn't do anything special despite it trying to change direction and break away from the established formula, but it has good music and a varied cast of colorful characters. It is just too unambitious and lacks a driver for the plot to keep you hooked all the way through. Meanwhile, its episodic format can work against it, but you may find yourself turning off for characters that don't appeal to you. Despite all this, it doesn't finish on a strong note, and I think those bored with some of the franchise's more common story beats and character designs will find this a refreshing change of pace. 7 out of 10.